Well, it always it always goes this way. There's a weird random noise.
You know what I don't like is that sometimes Frank does the noise on purpose.
He does.
He literally did it last video.
I didn't make a noise.
That's not true.
Just now?
No, the last video.
I did that.
Cue in the sound now of the video, and we'll get this figured out.
Guys, welcome to another installment of Run It Back. We're going one by one through all the Star Wars films this week. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
We got koala bears in the forest taking on the Empire. I'm talking about, of course, Return of the Jedi.
That's pretty good.
That's funny. Yeah, that hit me.
Sonny, what are your thoughts about Return of the Jedi?
I think this is probably my least favorite out of the original OGs.
Okay.
Really? Wow.
It's the one that I've only seen once, and I haven't seen it since.
You've only seen Return of the Jedi once?
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh?
That's crazy. Man.
How?
I just only watched it once.
You didn't accidentally see it like another time?
No. And I think I don't know why it ended up being my least favorite out of all of them, but yeah.
Well, again, you only saw it once.
Yeah. Yeah, I did some YouTube researching and just to clarify some things, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard for me to discredit all the OG ones when we get some of the bad stuff that we've gotten out of all the other movies. It still means a lot, and I think in the universe and the zeitgeist of how important it is, it's a great movie. It still stands higher in a ranking than a lot of the other ones for sure. But
is there anything specifically you didn't enjoy about it upon the first watching?
I think I think it was seeing a lot of the special effects,
the Ewoks
and stuff probably took me out of it.
Yeah,
I think, yeah. And I was also very young. I haven't seen it since then. So I think a lot of it just took me out. I don't know. I was already, again, have seen special effects in movies. And then I go back and watch this one. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about this. You know
I'm really surprised by that.
The story's good, though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Story's good, though. I think visually it just upset me a little bit more.
Brother Marcus, I mean, tell me your emotional level. How many times have you seen it?
I've seen it 10 times.
How many times you've seen Return of the Jedi this week?
So I own it, so I really couldn't count how many times I've seen it, but it is my second favorite movie, Star Wars, overall.
Damn.
First one being Rogue One.
Damn, that's cool. That's cool.
The reason I think a reason why is because the character development. Because now we have Luke Skywalker. He's a Jedi. He's more mature. Mm-hmm. He's not the bratty little whiny kid. What, Ben? No,
I'm going to Taji Station for some power converters.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, that was kind of drew me out of New Hope a little bit, just a little bit. But I liked seeing Luke coming into his own. Mm-hmm. Being able to step up to his father, I see you've constructed a new lightsaber.
That was pretty good.
You know, that kind of thing.
You haven't watched it in 15 years. You don't know.
You know what, dude? I'm trying to think about it because it's definitely been 15. I'm like,
wow.
Damn, man. I was
so the payoff. There's a lot of payoff in this movie for me. That's probably why I like it, because you see the character development of Luke. You see the kind of some of the, even though you can't see it physically because he's in a mask, but some of the Darth Vader sort of
badassery,
and mercy, and so you could see the conflict in him, and he knows that he's like, Father, I can sense the conflict within you. You know what I mean?
You say it like that.
That's awesome. Oh my god.
And then you have the of course you have the expansion. You have the world. You have the Ewok world. You have the
expansion worlds.
Yeah. You have the what is it? The
Expand
speeder
them
races.
worlds.
Yeah, the speeder races.
Speed them races. I'm just like
Frank and I are falling apart for a different reason, and then you're just talking about speeding them racing.
No, because I'm listening to you talk about it, and I'm like, dang, that movie does sound like a lot better than I remember it. You know what I mean? If I would have just I told you my Disney Plus is not.
Have you ever watched this movie?
I still caught off guard. You've only seen it one time.
I only seen it one time. I know, right?
Oh,
I know.
So anyway,
sue me.
You have seen multiple Fast and Furious films.
multiple times.
multiple times. But you've seen Return of the Jedi once.
You know what's really messed
You
up?
like Sucker Punch. How many times have you watched Sucker Punch?
Oh my gosh, that's right.
For different reasons, though.
No.
Okay, the story's not that.
I think it's
great.
for one specific reason.
It's for like maybe 3 or 4.
Oh my goodness.
I've seen Too Fast, Too Furious 14 times. I count them every time it comes on. I've seen. Are you about to? Are you like I'm gonna put it on right now? Damn. I feel really bad. I think. I think
it's funny that you feel bad.
No, I do. I feel bad.
It's okay.
I think for this, it came in. I got the. It's like it's not my Star Wars. I have to like go back and watch these. And like when I saw it, I just was like,
political.
whatever, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. You know? And then I just like I kept going.
Hashtag not my Star Wars.
If you had to give it,
Damn it, dude. I was trying to go
out of
past
10.
that.
I know what you said. I'm sorry.
Me 15 years ago?
Me 15?
Did I say it like that?
No.
I hate you so much, man. I don't know. I'll give it a 15. No, I don't know, dude. I think now that I'm like,
You
oh
haven't
yeah,
watched
like
it, have you?
no, I haven't.
I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to go back. I'm like, oh, the lightsaber part that means things, and like there's good world building that means things, and I'm like, I'm looking at all these, or I'm listening to all these facts.
And copyright. That was pretty
Maybe it was a little better than I had thought.
Milkshakes, save us.
Well, now that we've reconciled
Oh
that.
man,
How
that
many
was
times have you
hilarious.
seen Return of the
Sorry.
Jedi?
Oh man, I can't even count. I remember when I was a little kid, my grandparents, we only watched Star Wars, so I literally watched probably Return of the Jedi like
The only thing you're allowed to watch, is that what you're saying?
Just
yeah,
only
pretty much.
Star Wars.
He grew up in a
I
Jedi
love Star
household.
Wars, so that was like the only thing I was allowed to watch back then. But yeah, I loved Return of the Jedi. It's probably my third favorite Star Wars movie. Kind of like what Marcus was saying. He pretty much said everything that I thought about. It was kind of a father-son storyline.
Right.
The son trying to help the father out, and then at the end, the father realizes he's doing wrong, and then the dad saves the day. He's the chosen one. So it was kind of a good storyline ending. Yeah, all the characters they were just all amazing in that movie as well. So, and I liked.
There's a recap here, saying.
Yeah, we're watching that.
Struggling to restore freedom.
Sonny's trying to watch it for the first time in 15 years.
I feel so bad.
It's okay.
That's hilarious.
And
But
then,
yeah.
and don't you like how like the most recent trilogy just completely negates the whole everything?
Yeah.
The last movie.
that we got from
The last movie,
terrible.
not the whole trilogy.
The whole trilogy is garbage. It's garbage.
The whole
Zero.
thing.
I can't wait
No,
to
it's
get to
not.
the new
0%.
trilogy.
I can't wait till we get to those.
Oh,
Force
my
Awakens
goodness.
0.
Incredible
Last
movie.
Jedi 0.
Incredible movie.
Rise of Skywalker 0.
Terrible.
0.
Terrible.
Just terrible.
He gives them zeros
Absolute
out of
trash.
10s.
Trash.
That's his extreme.
One thing I
One out of
Shouldn't
10,
have
0.
existed.
Hey, I'm going to say a hot take. If you don't
Hot
like
take.
The Force Awakens because it's too similar to New Hope, then why do you like Return of the Jedi? It is literally the same plot.
Well, Sonny doesn't know how to compare.
I don't know
I'm
why,
watching it right now.
but
Yeah.
Death Star is being.
I'll let you know in 2 hours.
I definitely would argue that the character development is a lot stronger in the Return of the Jedi than
You don't
man.
even
those
see,
old-
but here,
old
I'm going to make an
the new
argument.
trilogies.
You don't even see Luke's character development. He just shows up and he's different.
That's right.
That's
right.
not
we
character
already
development. That's
know
just
what's
a
going
different
on.
character.
He grew up.
No, but I really do
Kylo
like
Ren,
this
he's
film as
wearing
well.
a mask for no reason. We already know why his grandfather wears a mask. Why is he
What
wearing
about
He literally says in the movie why he's wearing it. He wants to be like his grandfather.
What about him going back
Having
to?
breathing problems? That's stupid.
What about him going back to Tatooine?
Wait, I'm confused.
Luke in Return of the Jedi. Sonny, fill him in.
It's when he returns as a Jedi to Tatooine.
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah.
No.
Yes,
this
it is at
space.
the beginning. You're just not there yet, but it's at the
When
beginning.
he goes,
Space. It's midway
So-
through the beginning.
So
okay?
Return of the Jedi, I think,
Is amazing,
starts
yes.
off incredibly, ends incredibly, and everything in the middle is just pretty good. I think,
Yeah,
I
would agree.
I think
would
the
agree
final fight
somewhat.
is very thematic and fits perfectly with the entire trilogy.
I agree.
I think the beginning is incredibly fun to watch and a fun, good resolution to what we see at the end of Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything in between is fun It's not the most compelling thing ever. I understand how people could be annoyed by the Ewoks. It's like stormtroopers are supposed to be some great, powerful force, and these little teddy bears are beating the crap out of them.
They went through like a training, bro. They went through like an academy.
I think
They got hit. They got killed by some rocks and sticks.
Part of my forgiveness for that is that the forest moon of Endor is really cool.
That is,
and I think that's part of why I'm more forgiving about that than maybe some people.
The speeder bikes.
Speeder bikes
the chase was bomb.
Those are dope.
Those are dope.
That was bomb.
I retract.
Here we go. Here we go.
I retract my statement
But
from earlier.
I would have to agree.
I think
like
this is a great movie.
What he's saying, because like for example, how
It's
the
shot
the
really
whole build up towards freeing Princess Leia from Jabba the Hutt, and that whole series that
that's in this?
that Family Guy spoofed. It was like bum
Oh, that was great.
bum
Yeah.
bum.
And they're all just shaking their head at each other.
bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see why it's just fun and exactly what Paul's saying, because I didn't really care for that scene at all because I thought it was dumb. But you got to see kind of Luke do his Jedi thing, at least for the first time. So that was, I would think
awesome.
I think that would be the only good takeaway from that scene in general, because then you see what was it, Boba Fett? He just gets knocked off of the thing.
Boba Fett.
By
Boba
blind
Fett.
Han
Where?
Solo.
Yeah, it's like
Hits his backpack and he's thrown into the Starlight Pit.
This iconic sort of character that we all are like waiting
was
with
in this movie too?
anticipations, with all this anticipation of learning more of, and he just gets knocked off of the.
I remember back then people being really upset about that.
Yeah.
It's just,
And,
It's
you
like,
know,
what did he? What did he do?
Seems like a good movie. Seems like a good movie. Everything you guys are saying.
looking
pretty good.
You got the lightsaber. You got the
No, it looks good.
lightsaber. You got the.
And I'm pretty
force
sure when
going
they
on.
what is happening?
they when they remastered a lot of it, I'm sure.
That's what I was about to talk about.
Did that change your
There's a
original
whole
feeling?
There's a whole musical
The
number
Force
that's about-
Ghosts?
that's about to happen. That is terrible that they added to it. Just horrendous. And there's a lot of like they add a line in the original when Darth Vader decides that he's going to save Luke and throw Palpatine over the edge of the thing. He doesn't say anything. He just gets up and throws him
like,
over
"Oh, no,
the
you
thing."
didn't.
But in the remastered, he gets up and he goes, "No, no, no." And it's like, bro, shut up.
Wow, I don't think I have that version.
Yeah,
Just
it's
shut
just
your
up- it's
mouth.
up
What are
to
you
Say, "Oh no,
talking
you
about?
did."
Yeah, I don't think I have that version. They must have changed it again.
Yeah.
And I think they changed
Wow.
it. They've changed. There's 100 versions, and then there's like I think they may even use like a CGI Jabba in some situations in some versions
Yeah.
of it,
Yeah, I've
and
seen
that
that.
looks terrible too. But I really enjoy this movie, and it's a lot of fun to watch. It's maybe the easiest one to rewatch because I feel like you don't have to pay as much
you go.
attention. Maybe
Right, more action. I
right?
think.
Yes,
Yeah.
110% more action orientated, and
I
I
like
think
the story overall.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
and
I
the visual
am
storytelling.
trash for my statements
No.
earlier.
The visual storytelling at the end with Luke and the black outfit he's wearing with the little bit of white showing, and then the light on it, half on his face, the dark half on his face, and him battling that to save his father, which is one of the reasons we'll get to when we get to the sequel trilogy. Why what Luke does in those trilogy doesn't bother me, because the original trilogy illustrates clearly that he has that capacity to think in that manner.
That was kind of pimp how he just walked in. He's with the with the force, choking the guards as he's walking in to see Jabba.
Oh, yeah.
in the black cloak.
But I really adore this movie. I think I'm like at an 8 out of 10 on this movie.
Nice.
I mean, but you're gonna do rankings. You just did 8 out of 10. Sonny, you want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10.
You're going 8 out of 10.
It's a sick movie.
He's loving this movie right now.
Milkshakes.
So
After
First time
seeing
I've
this
watched it.
movie for the 75th time, what did you think?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Brother Marcus.
For me, it would be 9 because Rogue One is 10 for me. So yeah, Rogue One is a solid 10. I loved every second of that movie. So yeah,
It's just outside my top 3, but I enjoyed
Same.
it.
It's there.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's like hanging out.
It's there hanging out.
What about you, Frankie?
I love Return of the Jedi. I enjoyed the story. I like the comedic element of just Han, and he's telling when he's they're gonna be like tossed in the Sarlacc pit at the beginning, and Luke's like, well, I was born here, and he looks at him. He says, "You're gonna die here," He goes, "Convenient."
So I have all right. So when I went back and saw the original trilogy for the first times, I did it via VHS when they did the special edition. So they did some of the minor corrections, like when he's walking over Jabba the Hutt's like tail or whatever.
Because that scene's not even in the.
Right. So I watched. So that's the version I'm most familiar with. And then when I bought them, I bought the first version that they had that went to DVD. Because it took a while for them to go from the VHS for George Lucas or whoever made the approval to transfer it to DVD. So I have the DVD versions. I don't think I have Blu-ray versions of any of the movies
from the
except Rogue One.
My dad had as close to the original cut. He had, you used to be able to put your VHS tape in the VHS machine and it would record the television.
Oh, yeah.
My dad recorded The Return of the Jedi on TNT or something like that in the 80s or early 90s before they were ever remastered. And that's the version I watched. The version with, in the first, in A New Hope, or maybe it's Empire, and they first show the Emperor. The version that I have at my mother's house, it's not Ian McDermott. It's the one with all
it's the new guy. Go find him, Skywalker. There's a new threat to the Force.
That's the original one.
He has weird eye thing going. Yeah.
Oh, I think I do remember seeing something about that.
And that's one of the good changes, making it McDermott. But
that was terrible.
And there was the original jazz band in here with Jabba. The new one in this
Solo
is terrible.
Carrie Fisher looked good in this though.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Baby.
A lot of people
I give the movie 8 out of 10. I don't think I said my ranking.
Oh, there you go.
I give it 8 out of 10.
Solid.
There you go.
Yeah,
maybe 9.5 because Carrie Fisher was banging back then. Man.
Hey,
she's not banging anymore.
Oh.
Hey.
That's the best.
Well, I hope that Sonny takes the time to check out Return of the Jedi.
You should probably watch it at
give
some point.
Give it another watch.
Yeah,
We'll just sit here. You can watch it.
That's fine.
It's okay.
But
Somebody give me their Disney Plus login account. I gotta watch it.
What?
Oh my
if you don't
word.
spend $12 and get it back,
Bro.
You better get back on that plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For what?
Buying
You
all
gotta
these
get back
fancy
on the
steaks.
plus. You can watch Hawkeye, Game Changers, Mighty Ducks.
Even that new the new African stuff that's coming out. I forget that the African writer who's coming out with. They're doing something with on Disney Plus. Forget what it is.
Black Panther 2.
No, it's none of that.
more Africa.
Yeah. They're actually relaunching.
No, don't look at me.
They're
Like that.
actually relaunching Black Panther on the comic side.
I
am not.
Eve Ewing is writing.
Yeah,
it.
Eve Ewing, and she wrote the Photon miniseries.
Boo.
And if that is any indication of this coming up, I'm probably not gonna check it out. We're good.
That's how I feel about it. If you didn't know.
Boo. Oh, boo. You said boo. I'm sorry.
Boo.
Boo. Boo.
Okay, so I'm not picking that up for you then. All right, just checking.
Thank you.
All right. So run it back. We're gonna be going to the prequel trilogies next week.
Man. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing pod racing aplenty.
We might have to do 30 minutes on this one because
We're gonna
this is
do
gonna be interesting.
Roger.
Yeah.
Next
Oh,
week.
it's gonna be a lot
Oh
of
my gosh! And
hatred.
Sonny
There's
Jar
gonna be some-
Jar.
Yeah, there's gonna be
What's
a
your
lot
favorite
of
character? Your favorite Star Wars
I
character
can't
ever?
wait. He's top 3.
Because it's one of those where it's like I know I can see why people love them and I can see why people hate them.
I
Absolutely.
hate them.
I started in order. I started with the prequels. That's where I started watching Star Wars.
Oh, my word.
So I have
I'm
a
sorry.
different perspective
Look,
than
look at
someone
this
who's
terrible-
watching
Here's the dance, Sonny.
sequence.
Watch here. There's the CGI added for absolutely no reason.
Austin, what are some final thoughts you've got for us on Return of the Jedi?
Yeah, we're watching it right now live. Sonny's trying to rewatch it. It's a good movie if you want to rewatch.
Like it doesn't fit.
No,
No, it doesn't. But it's a great movie.
And he's
if you guys
like-
want to rewatch the OG Star Wars, it's one of the best Star Wars movies to rewatch. So.
I agree with
channels.
Austin, and you can't hear him right now, but he's like, like that's literally what he's doing.
Wow.
It's
true. With the guy
insane.
in the
Who,
beard.
Austin or the singer?
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, both. Yeah, both. I'm
Yeah, if you
singing
can
over here.
find, honestly, they, What is that?
You thought I was
sounds like
playing.
Muppet Show.
It is like a Muppet
I've never
show.
seen that. I've never seen
It's
that.
the remastered one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new
I've
Muppet thing on there,
I've
Sonny.
never
You can watch
seen-
the
what?
Muppet Mayhem
You
on
thought I was
Blues.
playing about him growling up there.
Oh my word!
But
That's
yeah,
terrible.
watch Return of the Jedi. It's
Why would
great.
you do that?
Marcus, give us
Because
your
George
final
Lucas is a
thoughts on
dork.
Return of the Jedi.
Final thoughts on Return of the Jedi it is a great movie. The original 3 are great movies. Obviously they have multi-generational appeal, and I'm glad they were made. And they just are a true testament to good story, good character development, good writing, all that, and just good acting too. Because you had to sell this stuff back in the day. You didn't have green screens like they do today, where you can just act in front of a tennis ball, and then it becomes a full.
No, he's telling the truth.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean that.
Period.
I mean that. This is great. So you had to have a certain amount of chops to sell this stuff, and they did an amazing job.
That's rad.
I would say honestly, given seeing that scene just now, go find the VHS version or the earliest version you can on DVD.
Where that's not in that.
Well, that's not. Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm gonna make that my ringtone.
Yeah,
I can
please
just skip
do
that.
because I mean some of the minor tweaks. I get it why people were upset. The purists were upset when George Lucas was starting to tweak the stuff once technology got better. But some of his minor tweaks are nowhere near as questionable as what I'm seeing now. So
Yes,
I would definitely say try to get at least the DVD version.
Bless you.
Or below. Find the VHS version. They're Amazon sells VHS.
Bro, where are you gonna
players still.
find that and a VHS player?
I own a VHS
Amazon,
player.
baby.
You have
Amazon.
one?
Yeah.
You have one
I do have a VHS player.
that
yeah.
works still?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's wild.
Actually, I bought mine at Walmart. They still had them back in the day, like
Bro,
maybe 5 years ago.
All right,
Maybe I'm
Paul,
feeling
what do you
old.
got for Return of the Jedi? Your final
Jeez.
thoughts. We're
It's
talking about
probably the
VHS
most
after.
fun of the original trilogy.
That's
maybe.
what I think
Yeah.
too.
You know,
I think it's the best one.
I really
out of
love
all
it.
of them.
It's the most fun Sonny's had.
No, it's honestly it's so good seeing like
Paul's on fire
him
with talking points again.
become a Jedi and return to everything.
all right, that's it. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Guys, have a great evening. Wow, have a great night. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll be talking about the
What are your-
prequels coming up
What are your
soon.
final
I'm
thoughts?
convinced he hasn't seen it.
I love Return of the Jedi.
I've seen it once.
I mean, it's not to the.
Don't know what age I was.
Empire Strikes Back is just kind of like
the
was,
one.
was ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's
I
there.
Totally,
It's right
understand
there. Great storytelling.
Yeah, yeah.
You love those koala bears.
I'm sure I've seen it. I've seen it once.
Yeah, probably
I
you
think.
probably watched it in
that.
Mexico.
Oh man, prequel time. Oh boy.
Shout out milkshakes.
So
we'll talk to you
this
later.
one time
See you guys.
while inside
He
the
legit
club,
has not seen it.
No, I 100% agree.
I've seen it. I've
You
seen it.
have not seen it.
I've seen it.
You didn't know that Boba Fett died in it.
He didn't know
No,
that
I
that
didn't know
was
that
from
that
this
was from
movie.
this movie.
Yeah,
though.
which means you haven't seen it.